Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Daria. We have with us Sri Gopi Suresh Kumar Varatharajan, Director Projects and Chairman and Managing Director at RITES, joining in. Welcome to the show, Mr. Varatharajan, and a pleasure to speak to you. Mr. Varatharajan, my first question coming to you over here is overall, how has COVID impacted business in terms of first wave, second wave, and how different has been the impact in the last two waves?
Yeah, good afternoon. First of all, COVID impact had been overall in the overall scenario, it had been moderate in the second wave. It didn't affect our consultancy segment largely, and our leasing segment. We could show some growth in those segments. However, our quality assurance segment had a adverse impact. And our turnkey segment also had an adverse impact because of the restriction in inter-district movements and interstate movements. So there was some adverse impact on these two, but our export segment got affected heavily because of the non-availability of shipments and the goods getting stock piled up in the ports. So there is a scarcity of ships, and also the countries which are receiving also is having some restrictions towards the Indian second wave. So there was some impact on the export business. However, we could make up a growth comparing to the previous year. The previous year, COVID was more severe in that way because of the total lockdowns and all the things. So comparing the first wave, the second wave was moderate, I can say.
Right.
And
go on, yeah.
And we could make some progress, yes.
Right. So overall, right now, in terms of June 2021 as well, you've clocked the highest ever order book. If you could just help us understand, is this a sign telling us that things have improved, and this is what is the kind of uptick that we are expecting in the remainder of the year as well?
Yes, we had been very aggressive in our marketing nowadays, and the result is now coming forward to us. We had a steady growth in our order books, not only in the turnkey, which we got in a lump of around 5,000 crores, but also in our consultancy segment and overall consultancy, be it airport or be it port, be it railway, be it highway. We have consolidated our order book in a steady way. And we feel that this order book will take us on the growth profile for the coming 2 to 3 years, whatever is available. But the effort of continuing our business endeavors are not dampened, and we are having the spirits high, and we are into it for marketing. So I think this steady order book will continue the way which we are submitting our bids and trying to praise ourselves. We should be doing well in the coming years also.
Right. And in terms of the order book that we have right now, what's the kind of execution timeline that we're looking at?
The consultancy order book is around 2,600 crores. We keep executing the consultancy, and we keep getting a steady orders of consultancy also. So the consultancy has two segments. One is a short-term assignment and one is a long-term assignment. 60% of our consultancy is short-term. We complete in 3 to 6 months. We keep getting orders also, like DPR, feasibility studies, geotechnical investigation, design, engineering design. These type of consultancies are short-term, and we close it and we get orders also. Then we have a long-term consultancy, that is the PMC. The PMC goes on a long-term, that goes forward for say 2 to 3 years. There also we keep developing orders. The DPRs which we conclude comes for PMC. So it is a chain of business consultancy. The turnkey, it comes in a lump. The first turnkey which we have got, we are almost completing. We are substantially completing it. Now this is the second turnkey order. This turnkey order will take 3 to 4 years of duration because there's some land acquisition involved, some engineering detailings are there, designs are there. To consolidate, maybe we'll start getting the revenue from it from the third or fourth quarter, but it will continue to keep us growing for the next 3 to 4 years to come.
Right. And in terms of the different segments of business, where are you seeing traction now?
I'm seeing it in all the segments. All the segments. We are, because of the order book which we have at present, we are comfortable to take our growth profile in all the segments. Export of course, gets slipped over to the next financial year. And we are trying hard to build up our orders on export to see that also grows in the way we desire.
And what's the kind of export growth that we're looking at this year?
Actually, export is not a steady, a graph that you can go. Export order we get once in a while, and it takes a year to get it executed. So it is a type of cost where you can say it goes up, then it is like that. So export orders, we have to market it. So whatever we have in hand will take us through this year and next year. By that time, if we can get some more orders, it will take us to the second and third year.
Right. And overall, how long do you think it will take us to get to pre-COVID levels?
I think we are already in this year itself, we'll reach our pre-COVID level, even much a little more than that. And if this current exists and the current situation exists, I think we should comfortably come back to our pre-COVID level and also have some growth also in this financial year itself.
Right. And overall, in terms of business, when we see, majority of the company sectors were able to do a lot of cost saving initiatives due to COVID. And that is something where the way business is done, there have been a lot of change in strategies that have come in. And cost saving is something which will continue for a longer period of time from here on. For RITES as well, any cost saving initiatives that we did due to COVID, which you think will be beneficial over the long period as well now?
Definitely. Any crisis gives a lot of way for innovations.
Correct.
And one innovation which we have made in this crisis is our foreign tours or the foreign travel expenditure has reduced considerably, which we were doing for our quality assurance and quality check. So now we have got some local partners, accredited labs and local partners through whom we are doing these quality checks virtually. We are witnessing them doing the check and we are approving them. So in this way, it's an innovation. I think this cost cutting measure will take us in a long way. This is one thing. Secondly, there is a reduction in our manpower, not a forced reduction. It's an involuntary reduction, like people retiring and coming from deputation and going back. So we have around 280 to 290 personnel who have gone back. So there's a reduced staff strength, but we are doing an increased turnover even with the reduced manpower. So that has also given us some cost saving. And working virtually, restricting our travels, and also very cautious on our expenditures. In these measures, we are able to make up our margins better. And I think this effort will continue.
Right.
COVID has given us a lesson to be innovative and also be economical.
Absolutely. So overall, we've seen margins that have improved in the leasing business. Consultancy margins have rationalized. However, turnkey margins was something which was impacted due to the disruption of COVID. So what is the kind of levels do you think we will stabilize at?
With the increased order of turnkey, with the volume, our establishment cost is going to reduce. So we should add up another 1% additional profit in our turnkey business. And with some more cost-cutting measures and some cautious, planning and fast tracking the projects, I think we should make something between 4.5 to 5%. We should make. Earlier it was 3.5 to 4. Maybe we can make 4.5 to 5%, or slightly more also.
Right. And in terms of the turnkey projects, the order book was around 2,874 crores. On top of that, we have the other 4,027 odd crores worth of new railway line project, which we secured in the second quarter of FY22. So what is the revenue recognition? We are looking at that as well.
Out of this 2,000 and odd crores of order book which we had, around 1,500 crores of order book was what we received recently over the past 6 months. And that has now come into, it's going to generate revenue to us from the third quarter. The other 1,000 crores of order book is almost in the stage of completion and only residual works are there. So this time the order book, the revenue from operation would not be commensurating to our order book. It will be a little flat, but from the next year it will take off. The recent orders will take off from the third quarter or fourth quarter, and we'll have a consolidated and good revenue in the second, the next year. In the order next year.
And between government and PSU, I think 73% of our business comes from there, 27 comes from the others. Are we expecting a change in that revenue mix?
Yes, we are expecting a change because our export orders, we are steady entering into consultancy abroad also. We already have 2 orders in Bangladesh, 1 in Maldives, and we are concentrating to get some more orders on Pacific region as well as African countries. So these export orders, we don't take it as government because it is from the team. So I think our export orders also will increase. And we have some private queries also asking us to do some DPR in other countries in Middle East. So I think this segment will be having a slight shift.
Right. And very lastly, overall, what's the bid pipeline looking like then?
Pipeline, we are already bidding for the Bharatmala. We have bid for around 1,500 kilometers of highway work for Bharatmala. We are focusing, our tunnel engineering is a very good, a segment and expertise in the tunnel engineering. We're trying to hasten it. We are bidding for a lot of tunnel projects in J&K and Himachal. Already we have submitted bids for around 5 metro projects and around 2 is in pipeline. The high speed, which is we are anticipating there'll be some more opportunities coming up in the high speed. So there is a lot of opportunities, I can say. There's a lot of opportunities, and RITES is in such a position that if it's a DPR, we do. If it's not a DPR, we do a PMC. If it's not a PMC, then we do an independent engineer. So there is a lot of opportunities available for us.
Mm-hmm. And overall, in terms of FY22, what's the kind of growth that we could look at?
I'm focusing we should have 8 to 10% growth. 8 to 10% should be.
Right. All right, Mr. Varadarajan, thank you so much for speaking to us. A pleasure to speak to you. Thank you. Stay safe, and we'll speak to you soon again, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.